All right, we're live. Let's see. It's 9:28 a.m. and it's Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday the 17th February. Cool. So, see. So off rip, we have no news today. Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, no news today. Tuesday. We do have FOMC coming in on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Unemployment claims and then PMI on Friday. Honestly, usually gets pretty slow the days before FOMC. I mean, day of FOMC, it is pretty choppy for the most part. Tuesdays could probably be fine. We did not have any. We had President's Day yesterday, so markets were closed, so I didn't take any. I didn't hop on the charts or anything of the sort. Took a day off, but today back on Tuesday, we're back at it, right? So just quickly looking at these, right? At the charts. Personally, I am looking for sells. Best way I can put this is, I mean, we're pretty obviously delivering from this 4 hour gap right here, pushing back down. I mean, it looks to me, I'm pretty straightforward here. We do have higher, lower lows, higher low, I mean, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, so on and so forth. We also have these very obvious sell side liquidity pools sitting right below us here on the 4 hour. And so most likely I would aim for sells. I did mark out here as possible liquidity pools here, these hourly lows below us here. But yeah, most likely like what I am looking for is sells down here for us. Right. So at open, that's what I'm going to be looking for. Manipulation, ideally up into the zone. The first 5 minutes never trade. I just kind of let this run. I don't really trade the first 5 minutes. I just let this do its thing because there's a lot of manipulation going on during that time, and ideally I don't like getting manipulated out. But this is also my first time trading a funded account, so I am running with a Alpha Zero 100K account. So I guess we'll just see what happens then and there. Um, yeah. So ideally, what I want to see is probably us manipulate that up here towards this, towards this intermittent 1 hour high we left behind here. Trace up, take it out right here. Um, Similarly in the S&P, we have these highs up here as well. I'm hoping we do take this high up here as on both of these ideally, but it just kind of matter to see what happens here. Yeah. One thing I forgot to kind of mention is we do have kinda ish an SMT here. Ish. Only reason I don't count it as a full on SMT is because it is a little wonky, but hold up, let me just very small SMT technically. We have this 4 hour unmitigated gap up here in the S&P. We never tapped into this 4 hour gap. Nasdaq on the other hand, uh did. Hold up, where is it? This one? No, I'm on that's right here. Yeah. We have this SMT, quote unquote. We have this SMT right here as well. Between these two. Right here. Got it, hold up. Yeah. We have this SMT in play here. We tap into with 4 hour gap here. We did not. I mean, we on Nasdaq we did. We did it on the S&P. So from there we begin to manipulate back down, right, to just deliver from that 4 hour gap, tracing downward, and this is where we get this moving down here towards this end. Also have very obvious. I think we have a pretty obvious sell side draw down here. This is very obvious swing low sitting right below us here, as my target to aim for here, ideally. Yeah. So we do have an SMT with this intermittent high up here. We took it out here on the S&P. We did not on Nasdaq. Granted, I do think I still want to see Nasdaq do it as well. But if anything, that is technically in play. But I also want to see the candle close before I actually mark out the S&P. Cool. We sweep out that high. Right, this when our intermittent high gets taken out, which is also interesting highs here on Nasdaq. Um, yep. I'm hoping we see some form of rejection from this. It's a matter of just observing what it is just to do here. Granted, we also do leave these fairly equal lows kind of down here. I'm not gonna say they're equal lows or like close to being relative equal lows, but they are fairly like close to each other. So I'll probably be marking that as a potential draw on liquidity here for us too. Now that we took out this intermittent high, I kind of want to see what it is that we choose to do here. I want to see hopefully see us reject from this zone, ideally. See what we got going on here. So we tap all the way at the end of the 1 hour gap here. Uh, we are pushing a little higher than I would have liked to, honestly. I mean, we don't have to react off as this intermittent high. I mean, we kind of take this out already, so that's irrelevant to us. Um, Perhaps we might be coming down towards this level here. Technically, we're within equilibrium of this range right here. What we do is that from this 4 hour, right, we do push down. Right, hold up. Let's go Fibonacci. Where's Fibonacci? Fibonacci, up right here. From here to here, right? We raise back down. We end up at around 0.6 to 0.7 of the range here, right? From there, we manipulate straight down once more. Right after that, nice rejection. And from here, right, we get this rejection leg here. Boom, boom. So based off of this right here, I do not want to see us go lower than this zone, orange zone right here. The lowest point I want to see us tap into would be 0.7 of this move we have here. Maybe tap into Asia highs and reject, but after that, I do not want to see us go any lower, any higher than that. If we do, then I might be looking to take possible longs at this point. But we'll see what happens here. We do have a previous day, a daily gap above us, one to consider. I just don't feel like we are. I just don't feel like we're bullish. I mean, I feel like we're bearish. I mean, pretty easy, pretty like straightforward swing low right below us. Is it more likely for us to want to push up towards these highs, or more likely to push down to these lows? Honestly, I would aim to see us push down to the lows. So at most, I want to see us take out these relative equal. I mean, these maybe this low resistance liquidity sitting right above here, and knock back down. But we'll see. This is running pretty slow. Likelihood is honestly, I don't really expect to see many any entry today. Given that FOMC is coming in tomorrow, so probably gonna chop around quite a bit or just move really slowly towards our targets. Once again, though, intermittent high gets taken out. I just kind of want to see the 5 minute do something. Ideally, I would want to see us inverse this 5 minute gap. Like I said, I'm pretty confident in ourselves here. I mean, I don't think. I mean, maybe for whatever reason we want to trace up higher, maybe, but like towards the daily gap above us, which is possible because we did already take out previous lows, but I don't know. I feel the higher time frame is bearish. I mean, look at these like nice swing low, retrace back lower. We do fail to break. We do fail to have a break of structure though, which is one thing to definitely consider. We don't have a BOS occur down here, which is definitely something to keep in mind. I want to observe the 5 minute. I mean, we're not really delivering from anything up here, which is kind of what's concerning me a little bit. I mean, technically, we do tap at the end of this FEG, fill it in completely, taking out the intermittent high as well. So if we do get this inversion, we might actually be looking for something. Only thing that's concerning me a little bit is the fact that, well, we sweep these lows down here, right? So we have this sweep of this 4-hour low down here, right? We sweep a 4-hour low. We take this low, high, lower low. Maybe we could be looking at a 1-hour order block. I mean, 1-hour break block form take potentially, but I'm not really confident in that idea just yet. If we are looking to take longs, but I'm not even going to consider that for now. I'm looking for sells here still. Once again, intermittent high gets taken out here. We respect consecrated encouragement of this 1-hour gap as well. But we just missed consecrated encouragement here of this 1-hour gap on this leg right here. We then tap into it higher. We fill in the gap fully. We respect consecrated encouragement of this 1-hour gap, right? At this point, I'm looking now once again back at the 5 minute to see what is it we do. I'm looking for us to inverse, right? I'm looking for us to inverse this 5 minute gap right here. Ideally. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we have pretty good delivery here from this zone. Once again, intermittent high gets taken out. While we fill in the 1-hour gap fully. Respect consecrated encouragement of the gap as well. 5 minute is what I'm looking at. If we inverse this, it's going to be very good confirmation of our bearish intent. Once again, the higher time frame is bearish here for us. We sweep of this. We sweep it on both of these, which is very nice. We do get that. And then once again, consecrated encouragement of this gap gets respected. I'm looking for this 5 minutes to just inverse, in which case I want to zoom in on the 1 minute to see what it is that we choose to do. Okay, so I like the rejection we get. Maybe not the quickest. I'll give you. I'll say that. It might not have been the quickest reaction, but it's a nice two candle pattern here, inverse 5 minute gap. I'm looking to inverse it. Then I'm looking for us to retrace into it, and then as I want to zoom in on the 1 minute, maybe 30-second time frame to see for if we can short this. I'm aiming for these lows on here. We might also get a potential CISD. If we do, even more confirmation is even better. No CISD and no inversion, so therefore it's not relevant to me. So we obviously We obviously get this very nice rejection from the zone. Intermittent high gets taken out. 1 hour FEG gets respected. Cost security increasement of that gap gets respected too. In the 5 minute, we finally do get this inversion. We get also the CISD form as well here. Very great confirmations of our intent to push back down. We're obviously very bearish here. I'm not ready to take any entries here. Obviously, we still have our intact sell side liquidity pool down here. But right now that we did this, I'm looking for us to return into this zone ideally to take shorts off of that. Ideally, these liquidity pools below us here are still intact. We might take out this low before tracing back upwards. Yeah, we take out that low, but I'm still looking for us to trace back into this zone up here before shooting back down towards the more obvious sell side liquidity pool, which would be to me this 4 hour low sitting all the way down here. So right now from this, we trace back down. We have a very nice inversion, CISD. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but I would have liked for us to return back to this, what is it called? To this BPR gap right here. Very nice, region, what we'd like to displace, very nicely from. It's an inversion alongside a F rally gap. So that would be pretty cool. But honestly, it's a matter of just waiting here. We'll see what happens. So we sweep down this low down here. We are super close to this 1 hour low down here we have. Hopefully we leave these fairly equal lows below and just choose to push back up here, which would be pretty cool, honestly. And ideal, but well, whether or not we're gonna get it, I don't know, but we'll see. We took out this hourly low down here on Nasdaq. I'm not really marking them out here. We have a nice sweep here. I like to see that. Very nice sweep. We take our first draw down here, this hourly low. I'm hoping we see some form of rejection from that. My ultimate goal would be this swing low sitting all the way down here. Maybe maybe this 1 hour low can also be valid, but more likely than not, it would be this swing low, very obvious swing low right below us. But I want to see some form of retracement occur here on a 5 minute, which we have not gotten yet. So definitely something to consider there. We're also about to get a beautiful 15-minute CISD confirm as well, right here. CISD can confirm right here. Now I'm just gonna kind of wait for us to retrace into this zone. Hopefully, maybe we want to come back to around equilibrium with the move we just had. Maybe not. We just kind of have to see. Honestly, like I said, it's moving really slow, so I don't really expect to see much retracement and such, or like very good retracements or opportunities. But we just have to see what happens. Okay, so ideally, what I would want to see us to do is trace down to this BPR gap down here. Granted, we don't have to if we don't want to, but I will mark it out as a potential point of interest here, right? So I think we're pretty obviously bearish here. We do have this 5 minute gap right here. 5 minute gap sitting right here. I want to see us retrace at the very least into this gap before expanding any lower. And it's just a matter of seeing what occurs. Because like I said, ideally, this BPR gap holds a lot of bearish order flow. Tap into it, very nice rejection from it, and ideally is where I would want to see take exits from. I mean entries from at. But at the very least, I want to see a retracement to a 5 minute gap of some sort. Maybe 15 minute if it takes a little while to get there. That would be possible, but in the meantime, it's just kind of matter of just waiting to see what happens. Okay, we finally do retrace into that 5 minute gap. That's not where I wanted to go. MNQ. Yep. Very nicely. This is where I can now trace back into the 1 minute, see if I take any possible entries here. Okay, so once again, 5-minute retrace into this 5-minute into this gap. I'm going to see. I'm looking for some form of rejection here. Very nice entry here. See what is it we get. Shoot upwards. I'm looking at this 30-second right here. We might be looking at a breaker block entry alongside an FVG as well. We have for about it looks like we might form this breaker block. I'm not sure. Kind of want to see us break below this low for us to take a breaker block entry. But I'll kind of just observe this. We'll see what it does. Ugh. I think I want to see us break below this low. Very exactly like that. Very beautiful rejection here. I forgot to change this. I'm gonna look to take some sells here. Hopefully at the breaker block, maybe. Targeting the low. How many contracts do I need? I don't know why this looks like this. Stop loss up here. Entry at this breaker block, ideally alongside this FEG here. I think that's what I want to do. And I'm gonna go in with I'm going with I'm gonna go with 6 contracts. 8 contracts. I'm gonna go in with 8 contracts here, I think. Yeah. Why am I going with 8 contracts? Well, here we chasing this 5-minute FEG, right? We then get this 1 minute. Well, we get the inversion up here, but we still have this 1 minute up here. More importantly, we have this 30-second right here, right? We have this breaker block form right here, right? Very nice breaker block form right here. We have this also this IFVG form as well. I'm looking for an entry at this breaker, this 30-second breaker block, and I'm hoping that from this level we reject down, chasing down lower. IFVG, 30-second IFVG alongside a 30-second breaker block. Very great confidence for me, I think. We do also inverse this first gap here. Then again, I don't really consider it fully because there's also this gap down here, the lower one. But more importantly, we have this low, we have this high, low, higher high, nice break below this zone. Well, let me mark that out a little bit better here. Hold up. I'm gonna go break even at this next 30-second swing right here. That's not what I meant. Break even. Let's go with black. Right. Wait, hold on. Let's go with my fault. Let's go with style black. That's not what I meant either. Break even at this low down here. regarding this. We go right here. Boom. So we got, once again, 5-minute retrace into the zone. 5-minute, we trace back into the 5-minute gap. This 5-minute gap. Moving on the 1 minute, right? I'm looking at this 30-second. More importantly, right? We have a breaker block form right here. Breaker block right here. I gotta change these colors up. These are not okay. Breaker forms. We trace back into this 30-second IFVG alongside a 30-second breaker block. We tap into it, and I'm just looking for us to deliver at least just towards this sell side liquidity pool down right here. I'm not even asking to go all the way down towards the very bottom, just for us to manipulate back away from this zone. I'm looking to hopefully break even at this swing low down here, but we'll just have to see what it is that it chooses to do. We're getting nice delivery once again from this retest of this breaker block. Yeah, hopefully we want to deliver from this zone. I am running with a 100K account, so 0.5% per 0.5% of the account would be 500 per trade. I do get a 4K drawdown limit, so yeah, it's about 8 tries before it goes south. Hopefully we take out that low. Yep, we take it out. This is where I can go break even. Go for break even at about 1 tick away. I'll get it. I'll get it. Where is it? I'll get it. I'll take it. I'm We're delivering pretty nicely from here. We have a breaker block, 30-second breaker block with a 30-second IFVG entry, right? We respect this breaker. We come back down, break even at the swing low right here. And I just want to, honestly, I'm just looking to deliver to this swing low down here. That's all I need. That's all I want. I don't need anything else. We have not taken it out here either. Yeah. I went break even already, so I put my exit at about one tick away from my idea. 30-second, we were coming back up to this 30-second gap. Hopefully, once again, we respect. On the 1 minute, a little extra confluence we have is we do inverse these two gaps right here, right? So from this zone to this zone, we inverse this whole stack right here. If for whatever reason we choose to come back up to my entry and stop me out, it is what it is. Ideally, I wouldn't want that to occur, but I would want us to see as straight, just respect this 30-second, respect these 1 hour inverse. Let's see what we got going on here as well. We tap into this zone. We do respect consecrated encroachment of this stack of 1 minute right here. And hopefully, once again, we just shoot back down from this zone. I don't expect it to go higher. We can, but I don't expect it to do so. But it, whatever it is that we do that it goes, it'll be what it'll be what it'll be. More of just kind of trusting the model, trusting like the way that the way that the market moves. I think I have enough confluence here, indicating my sells. I'm just kind of waiting for it to do its thing. Also, this RR isn't bad. This thing is, I mean, honestly, this thing is pretty horrendous, if I'm honest. I think this is pretty bad. I mean, we have this swing high, and then we have this swing low. Honestly, this RR is pretty decent, though. About a 2.51 RR is pretty solid here for me. I'm totally honest here. Honestly, I probably should have gone 50% of this swing, if I'm honest. Usually, that would be the way to go, I think. If I'm taking partials here. Maybe I should. You know what? I'm gonna be taking partials, I think, here. Um, is it sell limit or is it buy limit? It's How do I take partials here? I don't think I've really learned how to take partials here, if I'm being honest. Honestly, I don't think I've ever really learned how to take partials here. Um, I'm buying, right? So I would be buy stop or buy limit. Sell stop. No, I'm looking for sells. I'm shorting the market, right? So I think I'm looking for buy stops, right? I mean, right? Buy limit. I buy half my contracts here, ideally, and then let the rest, let the runners go down here, right? I think that's right. Hopefully that's right. Because ideally, I would at a 1-on-1 RR, I want to take half my positions, right? Beautiful. We have this now, and then I want to let the runners go to where they gotta go. Oh, whatever's fine. Okay, that's fine with me. All I know is that I secured contracts. I secured profits here, right? Yeah, I'm up 538 on the days. No, I'm lying. Sorry. Orders. I know I already secured profits here because I already got 4 contracts out here. Um yeah, so I already took half my contracts out. I'm gonna just let the rest of them run towards hopefully my TP. Ideally at a 1-on-1 RR, I want to go half off on my contracts and then the rest can just run towards what I gotta go. Well, I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna X out right there. So I made 292 on the day. I honestly do think I messed up my what I was doing. I think I accidentally bought orders here. I definitely messed up somewhere in regards to taking contracts in because I was supposed to because I should have made a little bit more than that because I should have made at least 500 bucks. So I definitely messed up somewhere. Because from this move, right? From this move here, sorry, from this move to this move right here, right? Or at least to this swing low right here. Where is it? What am I doing? Hold up. 30-second entry here. Oh, this is wrong. From this move right here to this move down here was a 1.21 RR minimum. And I went in with about 6 contracts, I think. And so 8 contracts. And it should have been about 500 bucks. It should have been about 500 bucks in what do you call it? Profit. But I think actually maybe not. Oh no. I'm right. It's fine. No, no. 200 makes sense because 500 was the full thing, and down here was at what 2 point something. So halfway would be like what, like 2 something. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Never mind. That didn't take all the country. That makes sense. Fine. That's fine. It's fine. No problem with that. Because technically this would have been what? Let's see. If I taken an entry here, right, at 4 contracts. Yeah, 252. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, no, we good. I did it right. Proper stop loss occurred. Now, once again, we are retracing once more. In this case, we are retracing into this 15-minute gap right here. I think that was a proper entry I had earlier on in the 30-second. I think that was a good entry. We have a 15-minute here. We tracing this 15-minute gap. I'm kind of waiting to see what is the 5-minute chooses to do here. we trace down to 15-minute gap, right? So from this extension move, right, from delivering from this zone, we're super close to equilibrium right here. Not yet tap into it. We're really close to tapping into it though. There it is. Equilibrium gets hit. Very nicely, I may add. Equilibrium gets tapped into, and I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we want to tap into this zone right here as well, which is a BPR gap. Regardless, once again, equilibrium has been hit. I'm waiting for the 5-minute. Ideally, I think I want to see maybe a 5-minute inversion maybe occur here somewhere, or us displace lower from that zone. But it's a matter of just kind of observing what is it just to do. I think my earlier entry was pretty good. I got a little confused with the whole thing going on, but I think my entry was pretty good. We had this 30-second breaker block alongside a 30-second IFVG. We inverse the FVG. I took an entry at the breaker block, filling in the IFVG and filling in the breaker block. We then begin to push down, and I broke even um, at this next swing low right here, where I also take 4 contracts off, so I do secure profits. And then we never run down all the way down. We just kind of shoot back upwards, which is fine as well. With this in play, I'm just kind of waiting for this to hopefully create a 5-minute gap. I mean, then we can inverse the gap and then maybe retrace into the inverse gap to take the sells once again. We do leave these kind of close lows down here, which are also a nice target for us here. More confluence additionally, once again, 15-minute gets tapped into, and we are also respecting equilibrium of this larger move we just had right here. Very nicely, I may add. And so that's what I'm waiting for ideally. I'm interested into EQ of a move count as a we displaced from. So what we do tap into once again equilibrium of this gap. 15-minute gets respected too very nicely. 5-minute displays pretty cleanly here. I guess what I would want to look for my confirmation would probably be this 5-minute CISD to form here. No gaps form, no FEG, no IFVGs form as well. I guess my only confirmation I would be looking for would be this CISD form here, at which point I would probably look for us to retrace back down, ideally. I mean, we got a pretty good displacement like here. One very nice displacement like from equilibrium. Pretty solid, pretty nice. Um, yeah, I mean, everything it looks. I mean, it might be a little slow, but it's at least pretty structured for the most part, I think. Once again, we get the delivery initially, the delivery from this 1 hour gap, and we take out the intermittent high as well. We deliver pretty nicely with one nice 1 15-minute clean candle. At which point, we then come up to equilibrium of this expansion move we had right here. Very nice tap and very nice distribution from that leg. I mean, from that zone, right? And so right now, what I'm looking for us to confirm our bearish intent already would be ideally the CISD to form right here with this 2 candle formation, ideally and hopefully. But we'll see what happens here. Mm, 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 mm. So right now, what I'm looking for is confirmation in the 5-minute that we're ready to keep pushing back down. We do come back up here to respect equilibrium. Ideally, I want to see us break below this low right here. Well, not low, but CISD here. Um, That's what kind of what I'm looking at right now. And after that, maybe we would want to go back to equilibrium of this 5 minute gap. Maybe take an entry there. But as of right now, I'm just kind of waiting for the 5 minute confirmation of our sells here. So I'm gonna see what it is that we do here to 5 minute. If we close below this, then I'm going to likely look for maybe sells here, hopefully. If not, then I'm probably maybe I might honestly just hop up the charts early today just because I mean it's kind of slow for one, but also two, maybe honestly maybe I'll monitor some trades. I gotta go. I gotta head out soon enough, but maybe I'll monitor some trades um down the line, but I gotta see what happens here. Kind of want to observe the market, see hopefully take some possible sells here. Looking for the CISD to occur here. See what we get going on. I'm looking at these draws. I got I got still sell side liquidity sitting here. We're very close to the 1 hour low here on the S&P as well. Nasdaq, we have this 1 hour low, swing low sitting right below us right here. It looks like we're about to get this confirmed. CISD occurred here, and I'm still looking for us to show down lower here. From this, I'm probably going to want to see us maybe retrace upwards, tap somewhere into equilibrium of this 5 minute expansion leg here, potentially. Especially after taking out this low as well. But it looks like we're about to get a confirmed CISD occur here. Hopefully we do, ideally. We do sweep up this low down here, which is the external low of this internal model. Hopefully we do once again retrace into this zone. Maybe looking to take possible entries at equilibrium. But honestly, this is looking really slow. So honestly, I don't even know if it's gonna happen. Either one or two things are gonna happen. It's gonna take a while to go back down into up into equilibrium, or two, we're going to tap straight into this 1 hour low, and at that point we're gonna see some more reaction. So honestly, I think I'm gonna be taking off of today. I'll probably be monitoring some trade, maybe a possible trade outside of this. But in the meantime, I think that's that for today. We do secured about two something in profit. I'm not sure how much that was, but I think 290 in profit we secured with that break even order. I gotta learn a couple more of the execution stuff here, but overall I think it looked pretty good trade. Which went break even, so that's fine. And so yeah, that's that for today. Hopefully tomorrow we get better price action, but maybe not since FOMC is coming out. But we'll see. With that being said, deuces.